I'm going to say something that a lot of people do not want to hear me say. I'm going to say something that many people are going to strongly disagree with. But it's something I want to get off my chest and put out into the world. I've said it in private conversations with friends who I feel safe voicing my opinion on because they take me seriously. And I don't know if you realize this, but there's a lot of hatred out there in the world, especially on the internet. But this is a very strong opinion, which I've honestly been voicing for years, but like I said, in private conversations where I felt safe being able to say these things. And, yeah, well, here it goes. My opinion is that President Obama, Barack Obama did not win the presidency despite being black. I feel like he was chosen to be president specifically because he was black. And a lot of people want to say that we live in a post-racial society, but I feel like racism has only grown in recent years. And here's why. I mean, to begin with, when President Obama was, started campaigning, he wasn't even a real senator. He was filling in for some other guy. He was an interim senator. He was basically just, a part-time intern at the time. I didn't feel like he had enough of the necessary experience. There were other more qualified candidates out there who were better prepared to handle the duties for the position that he was seeking. And so that being said, as soon as Hillary backed out of the running, I knew right then and there, not only is Obama going to win the primary, he's going to win the election, and it's because he's black. And it doesn't matter who the Republicans had chosen to run against him, they wouldn't have stood a chance because, America wanted to see change. And Barack Obama showed them physical change. It was the face of change. And so now suddenly he's in office, and everyone starts saying, oh, we're in a post-racial society now. And the reason that's really bad is because now no one wants to have the conversation anymore. They just kind of dismiss it. And they're just like, oh, typical black people, everything has to be about race. You do realize how racist that comment you just said is. I mean, come on, bro, chill out. Just because he happened to be a white guy and the guy that he beat happened to be a black guy, that doesn't necessarily mean it was racist. I mean, that's true, but when you look at the entirety of this story, looking at the situations that continue happening, with Trayvon Martin, with what happened in Ferguson, with the situation in New York, these things it seems like they just keep growing. And for me, the easiest way I can say this is that, Barack Obama being elected president of the United States was not a step forward for racism. In fact, it was a step backwards for it encouraged more prejudice. Because while Obama has done better than I thought he would, and he's made some very good strides to help move our society forward, overall, I do think he is a good president. The issues of race, were put on the back burner because so many people they just completely disregard you when you try to say that it is still a serious subject. And Barack Obama being named president is basically the political equivalent of saying, I'm not racist, I have a black friend. If you only have a black friend so you can say that you're not racist, guess what? You're racist. Oh my god, I am so not racist because I totally made out with this black guy once? Bitch, you're racist, okay? Anyone who tries to say that they don't see color, we only see people, you're the biggest racist out there. Because let's be honest, we all see color. I'm not gonna lie about it. I can tell the difference between when I'm talking to a white person and when I'm talking to a black person. Dr. King in his speech never once said, I hope we live in a day where one day nobody notices how different we all are. No, he said that he wanted people to be judged not by the color of skin, but by the content of the character. He never said he didn't want you to notice the color of their skin, because guess what? It's one of those very obvious differences, but it doesn't have to separate us. The thing is that we're going to notice these differences. We're going to notice these different people from different cultures, different countries. Just don't let that be the determining factor in how you treat them. You should judge them based on their actions, based on what they do and say, not based on the stereotype of what you would expect from somebody from this nationality, somebody with this heritage. So, the point I'm trying to make is, as far as racism in America is concerned, we still have such a long way to go. Maybe more we have to go even further than we did 5 years ago, honestly, because like I said, nobody wants to take the conversation seriously anymore. We're taking strides backwards in this area.